Hey fam, TS here. Happy to say that I'm actually ahead of schedule here with this one. I finally finished a piece that I have been working on off and on for a few months. This one is about the Hulu limited series Pam and Tommy, which is about the incident, the unfortunate incident rather, that happened with them. And I put the emphasis on the word unfortunate. The thing about this is that my take on it is that while the portrayals were good, there were moments that it could have been a little campy, but you know, for that, I would say those are like the elements of for like for entertainment purposes type elements. So, and that comes with any type of biopic, especially one about celebrities. Preferably like musicians, especially those are like on an iconic level. Um, The the series stars Lily James as Pamela Anderson and Sebastian Stan as Tommy Lee, and Seth Rogen, who is Rand Gautier, who was a contractor working on one of the contractors working on their home in Malibu. They were renovating it, and um, like most people, you kind of change your vision up and you have a different type of view of how you want things to go. So you change your mind, but um, ultimately, this individual, along with other contractors that were working on the initial renovation, got fired, and they weren't paid for services rendered. Now, you would think that someone with enough common sense would actually take the steps in, filing some sort of a discrepancy lawsuit or a complaint of some kind to try to get some, if not most, of the money that is due them. He didn't go that route, and it's an unfortunate thing for them. I stated I don't want to give too much away because I really want you to check out the piece that I wrote. Um, but I will go into what I felt that I had stated in this article, in this blog entry. And I'm probably part of a small majority who feels like this, but this to me was not a celebrity sex tape. This was a moment in time between two people who were in love, who got married, who went on their honeymoon, and decided to capture it on tape. This tape was specifically for their own private viewing. This was not intention. There were no intentions to share it with the world. Considering where they were at that time in their lives, I'm pretty sure they would have just did it together and said, "This is what we want. We want to share our love with the world." But no, they took it upon themselves to put it in a safe place in their home, where this man came in and violated their place of peace and security, all because he did not get paid. This was too much of an extension to, for lack of a better word, get your way and get what was due you. And this is definitely one of those things where it's like, you know, there's more than one way to handle the situation. This was a very stupid way, an idiotic way, and it's like she got the brunt of it, and that was just so unfair. I don't care what it was that she was doing in her career. That was a private moment between her and her husband, and that was nobody else's business but theirs. But this man took it upon himself to do something foolish and destroyed a life because he was miserable with his. He was upset about the situation. And I mean, anybody would be upset about the situation because you worked on something. You should get paid for it. This is true. I'm not knocking that part. The part that I have a problem with is that this situation wasn't taken seriously with law enforcement. They made it seem like, you know, it was a break in, nobody got hurt, and we'll do our best to get to the bottom of it. They didn't really put much time into it. But somehow the focus shifted from Rand and onto Pam and Tommy. And then it was like you went from being the victim to being like, well, you shouldn't have did it. Or, well, you do this and you do that. This should come as no surprise. So because you are in the public eye, your private life is no longer private. And for just a smidgen of a percentage of people who are not confidently happy or mildly content with their lives, that they found this and made themselves feel better and decided to make them the focal point. So I guess my thing is, I want you to think about this. What would you do? Somebody is in your home, and I mean, this man was strategic about it. What would you do? The thing, and then on top of that, it'd be one of those things where it's like, you don't know what you would do. No one would know what they would do. They were violated. Ultimately, they were violated. They didn't get any money from this. Not 1 cent. And it's still making money. I haven't seen it. I have no intentions on seeing it. I don't want to see it. It's none of my business. You know. I like both of these people. I think they're talented people. You know. This shouldn't have happened to them. But for the fact that they're celebrities and they're in the public eye, people think that, oh, well, they deserved it. Or, well, now they know how it is to be in the real world and their bubble's been bursted or whatever. And it's just sad. So you're upset with your life and you see one situation that caused so much stress that made it just doesn't make any sense. But it's basically, I would say it's a mix of a review of the series and the portrayal, the acting that went into it, because it also has Nick Offerman from Parks and Rec. It has Andrew Dice Clay in it. Maxwell Caulfield, some people might know him from the Colbys from back in the day, like 80s, 90s. And Tyler Schilling from Orange is the New Black. Got a little tongue tied there. But overall, I mean, it was entertaining for nostalgic purposes. Really great, you know, as far as like, you know, the music, the look of everything, you know, back in the 90s, if you were there, you know what I'm talking about. Outside of that, it was good times. You know, the 90s were a great decade. So, and a lot of people are bringing some things back from that time, be it, you know, like the music. I know I still listen to 90s music. But yeah, I mean, to look at it from a standpoint where you're kind of like looking outside of the rim of what the subject matter is, like I said, you know, there's a lot of nostalgia involved in that, you know. But I am proud of this piece. I'm proud of a lot of my pieces, but, you know, again, I love to write, and this was something that I had to kind of like step away from a couple times because I was working on other things, and, you know, of course, life happens. But I'm happy that I'm staying the course and keeping this thing going, because this is something that I really enjoy doing. And you know how you have that niche, and it's like, hey, if you find something that you love, it doesn't even feel like it's work because it's your passion and you enjoy doing it and you want to do more. So I appreciate you guys in advance for taking the time to check it out. As per usual, the link to the article is in the description below. Be sure to follow me on other social media outlets that are also listed below. Um, Again, as always, I really appreciate you guys taking the time out to check out this video, check out my work. Please like, subscribe, share, spread the word. And I hope you guys are having a great week so far. And as always, stay happy, stay healthy, and stay safe. Much love to you all. Hugs and all that. Bye.